Hello class! Hi! Welcome to our online video. Today we will talk more about food, and specifically comfort food, and how to write a recipe. Yes, today we will talk about your comfort food and how to make it, or how to write a recipe. In today's lesson, this is the vocabulary. It is good to write these words down and take notes. So today in our lesson, we will learn the definition of comfort food, recipe, ingredients, preparation or prep, and directions. We will also learn and review these vocabulary groups: names of vegetables, names of meat and seafood, common cooking verbs, and transition words. Okay, let's begin. So our lesson today, first we will learn food vocabulary words. Then we will learn cooking verbs, and finally we will talk about transition words and how to write a recipe. But before we write the recipe, let's talk about your comfort food. What is your comfort food? Is it dumplings, kimchi, bibimbap? This is lamb. So, a comfort food is one of your favorite foods. It is so delicious, it comforts your soul. Often, it is a sentimental food. Sentimental. Sentimental means very special, and maybe you have memories about this food that makes it special to you. Sentimental. So think about your comfort food. What is one of your favorite foods that maybe is special or sentimental to you? You can write your comfort food on a piece of paper. You can pause the video if you need time to think about it. Okay, let's move on. So now that we know your comfort food, let's learn how to make it using a recipe. A recipe is written cooking instructions. A recipe explains how to cook food. How to cook food. The first step in a recipe are the ingredients. First, what are the ingredients of your comfort food? Ingredients. Foods you need to make a recipe. You can think of your comfort food. What ingredients do you need to make it? What ingredients do you need to make your comfort food recipe? Here are common vegetable names. Let's review them to help you know what ingredients you need. Are you ready? Cabbage, lettuce, onion, spinach, potato, broccoli, tomato, cucumber, eggplant, celery, asparagus, radish, carrot, pumpkin, pea, mushroom, beet, green bean, corn, cauliflower, red chili pepper, zucchini, bell pepper, sweet potato, chayote. So this vegetable I actually don't know very well, but I looked it up and it is pronounced chayote. Napa cabbage, collard green, green onion, and did I say bell pepper? Finally, we have red onion, yellow squash, parsnip, yam, and give me one moment so you can see it, red cabbage, and leek. This is a leek. So those are some vegetables that you might use in your recipe. Let's review names of meat, beef and pork, steak, ribs, pork belly, sausage, ham, bacon. We will skip these. Duck, turkey. Now let's talk about seafood. Clam, crab, cuttlefish, oyster, octopus, fish, lobster, mussel, scallop, squid, shrimp, and snail. Here are common names of chicken and the different parts of a chicken. These are called the breast, wings, thigh, drumstick, and the thigh or leg. When it is together like this, we call it the thigh or leg. So on your paper, can you write the ingredients for your comfort food? What ingredients do you need to make your comfort food? If you don't know the name of an ingredient, use the internet. Research it. You can pause the video if you need more time. Write down the ingredients for your comfort food. This is one of my comfort foods. This is called peach foster. Peach foster. It is a dessert made from peaches, my favorite food, and vanilla ice cream. You make a caramel sauce to put on top. It's so delicious. So the ingredients I need to make peach foster are 56 grams of butter, 110 grams of brown sugar, 3 grams of cinnamon, 29 milliliters of peach schnapps, 4 large ripe peaches, 60 milliliters of dark rum, vanilla ice cream for serving. I will teach you this word later. So now that we have the ingredients for our recipe, let's talk about the preparation. The preparation or prep are the steps or actions before cooking food. So before you cook the food, what do you need to do to prepare in preparation of the meal? So again, preparation or prep are the steps or actions before cooking food. Some examples are cut onion, turn on oven, wash vegetables. To know how to write about prep, I found a very good, it's a short video, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, of cooking verbs and vocabulary. In this video, they teach the words, are you ready? Preheat, bake, thaw, boil, drain, steam, simmer, grate, peel, dice, chop, slice, mince, saute, and stir fry. So please watch this video. You can find the link in the YouTube description box below and in band. So please pause the video and watch this video now. It's short, 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so we have the ingredients. I wrote the preparation for peach Foster. The preparation I need is using a sharp knife, slice peaches into bite-sized pieces. Slice peaches into bite-sized pieces. Bite-size means small. So this is my preparation. After preparation, if your recipe needs preparation, you can write it now. Please pause the video and write your steps for preparation. Again, you can pause the video. Okay, after preparation is the directions. The directions of a recipe. Let's talk about the directions. The directions are how to make and cook the food. Good directions are numbered, 1, 2, 3, or 4. And good directions use transition and time words. Transition words help you put things in order and help organize the time. For example, these are transition words. We talked about them some last class. First, next, then, after, while, and immediately. So good directions are numbered. They could look like this or like this. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Here are some examples of transition words. First, the transition word, turn on the stove to medium heat. First, turn on the stove to medium heat. That is this action. Turn on means to light a fire. Turn on is lighting a fire. Now, what is a stove? This area is the stove. The bottom here is an oven. So again, stove. This is the stove, and this, where you bake things, is the oven. Here is another example. After is the transition word. After the water boils, add the noodles. Then, transition word, boil for 5 minutes. So after the water boils, add the noodles. Then boil for 5 minutes. To add. Think of math, to add. To add is a very common word in recipes. It means to include or incorporate. Add the noodles. Add the noodles to the water. Remember this word. You can use it in your recipe. These are also common cooking verbs and words that you will see in English recipes. These are all similar definitions. Mix, stir, toss, combine. All of these words mean to mix the ingredients. Mix the stuff, stir, combine, and toss. Also, these are common words you will see in recipes. Melt, pour, and sprinkle. Melt the butter on low heat. Pour the milk into the mixture. Sprinkle green onions on top. These are also common verbs you will hear. Melt, pour, sprinkle. So, I have written the directions for my peach Foster recipe. You can see the transition words are underlined. Let's read them together. But first, let's explain the sentence structure of the directions. When you are writing a recipe, often the sentence will be the transition word, then the cooking verb, then the ingredient. For example, next, transition word, add, the cooking verb, the pasta, the ingredient. Now, you may need to add more words, but this is the basic structure. For example, let's look at number 1. First, my transition word, melt, my cooking verb, the butter is the ingredient. I'm telling them to melt it in a heavy skillet over medium heat. So the stove is on medium heat. Again, when, transition word, the butter is mostly melted, add, cooking verb, the sugar and cinnamon, ingredient. So you can use this basic structure to write your directions. Also, you will see directions written like this. Cooking verb, ingredient, and then the time. Cooking verb, ingredient, and time. Stir fry, cooking verb, the vegetables, ingredient, for 5 minutes on high heat. So again, you might need to use more words, but this is the general structure you can use. Cooking verb, ingredient, and time. For example, cook, my cooking verb, until peaches, the ingredient, and I used a transition word here, are soft and slightly caramelized, about 3 to 5 minutes, the time. So let me read these directions to you. Look carefully at the structure of my sentences. Directions. Number 1. First, melt the butter in a heavy skillet over medium heat. When the butter is mostly melted, add the sugar and cinnamon. Turn down the heat to low and stir until the sugar is dissolved, about 4 minutes. Next, add peach schnapps. Be careful, it will splatter. And the peaches. Turn up the heat so the mixture is simmering. Cook until peaches are soft and slightly caramelized, about 3 to 5 minutes. People also say caramelized for this word, just so you know. Okay, number 3. Then add the rum. Continue to cook the sauce until the rum is hot. Number 4. Carefully ignite the rum with a long match. After the flames extinguish, stir the sauce to evaporate the alcohol. Don't forget to let it cool for 5 minutes. Serve Number 6. Serve cooked peaches with ice cream. Drizzle the top with caramel sauce from the pan. Enjoy. So these are my directions for how to make peach Foster. Remember, transition word, cooking verb, ingredient. Or cooking verb, ingredient, time. Very good. So I have this word serve here. These are common words you will see in the final steps of a recipe. Serve, plate, and garnish. Serve, plate, garnish. These have similar meanings. To serve food is to put it on a plate and maybe make it look pretty. To garnish is to sprinkle the top with the final ingredient. So this is garnish. This is serve here. Serve also means to include on top. And serve and plate is to put the food in a dish. This is plating the food. So again, these are verbs that have similar meanings. To serve the food means to put on a plate and give to a person, or to serve together, to add it with a food, to give it to a person with a food. Garnish means to sprinkle on top, and to plate means to put the food in a dish and make it look pretty. So now I think you can write a recipe. Will you teach me how to make your comfort food? But maybe you are a little confused. Help! Help! I have an idea. Here are some great examples of Korean recipes in English. This woman is amazing. I love her. Her name is Mangchi, and she is a Korean YouTuber chef. You can go to Mangchi, MAANGCHI.com. Go to her website and look for your comfort food recipe. You can see how she talks about making Korean food in English. You can watch her YouTube channel to see her talk about how to cook food in English. So please use her for help. I think she is an amazing person. So now we have learned today how to talk about our comfort food, the food that makes us happy. And we also learned how to write a recipe and explain to someone how to make your favorite food. Good job. So for homework this week, number 1, please write a recipe in English. How to make your comfort food. Number 1 is ingredients. Number 2 is preparation. And number 3 are the directions. And remember to use transition words. So in your recipe, you need these 3 parts: ingredients, preparation, directions. Number 2, please research the word sentimental. I said that comfort food is often sentimental. Is your comfort food sentimental? Write 2 reasons in Korean why your food is comforting. Why is your food your comfort food? You can write your homework in band in the comments, okay? Okay, thank you so much today. I know the video is a longer video, but we learned so much today. Thank you so much. I hope to see you soon. I miss you, students. Okay, thank you. Bye.